Hey, sight singing students. Okay, we've looked at example 2.1 and 2.2, and we've looked at how to practice it and be able to solfege this. What you need to be also doing is practicing your singing in a major key. So once again, give yourself your starting pitch. And there's your do, and I would start on the lower register. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Practice singing scales, major scales, in a steady tempo. Okay, for today, now you're going to do some work on example 2.4. This example now, we've been seeing that this melody is again in a treble clef. We're in 4/4 time, 4 quarter notes per measure, but now the key signature changes. So now you have 1 sharp and F sharp. And students, when you have 1 sharp and you're in a major key, you're in the key of G major. And notice how the first note and the last note are both G's. And we've been learning that tonal melodies like to end on the tonic, and sometimes, very often, they begin on the tonic. So here's a melody that begins on the tonic, goes to the 3rd scale degree. Here it goes to the 5th scale degree, down to the 4th scale degree, and here's scale degree 1. So once again, these tones are very important in a tonal key. Scale degree 1 is known as the tonic, scale degree 4 is the subdominant. Subdominant prepares dominant harmony, which has a lot of tension, and it's resolved. This melody is also different than 2.1 and 2.2 in that it begins on an incomplete measure. So it begins on beat 4. And this phrase also begins on beat 4, and so does this phrase. So all of these phrases begin on the end of the prior measure. So once again, we talked about not breathing during the slur or during the phrase marking. Holding these notes out for their full value. This is a note that is 3 beats long, and here you have to enter on your 4th beat. So now you have your challenge here of needing to breathe before you begin your next phrase. So what I would suggest is removing the dot and adding a quarter rest there and breathing on the 3rd full beat. Okay, students, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to practice this melody. Now you need your pitch pipe again, if you don't have perfect pitch, and you give yourself a G this time. There's your low G. I wouldn't start here, it's way too low for the man. Go back to here, and then start singing in the key. Do, re, mi, re, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Establish the tonic, the key, the tonality in your head. Then select the tempo that's comfortable. In this melody, I will not teach you the melody. I will not sing through it. I'd like you to prepare this melody, and I'll be listening to it shortly. Thank you so much for your work, and I'm very curious to hear about your performance on it.